Thank you for your interest in learning more about eRecruitFit. Our goal in this brief video is to build your awareness of how our application of proven multi-measure assessment science and predictive analytics in recruiting can have institution-wide impact for today's colleges and universities. Author and business consultant Jim Collins, in his best-selling book Good to Great, identifies the importance of organizations confronting their reality with brutal honesty, creating a climate where the truth can be heard in order to achieve greatness. As someone in a position of leadership, you are well aware of the imminent threats to higher education. Experts agree the current landscape is not merely one of cyclical trends, but rather one of fundamental shifts that are taking place. Those who don't get out in front of this transformation run a serious risk of failing to meet the diverse needs of today's discriminating students and the private sector employers who eventually look to put them to work. Statistician and writer Nate Silver, in his #1 bestseller, Signal in the Noise, attributes the 2008 stock market crash to a catastrophic failure of prediction. Silver claims experts knew of the impending danger, but instead of admitting the flaw of their faulty statistical model in bundling mortgages, they doubled down on their gamble, adding even higher risk loans to their portfolio. At the time, credit rating agencies' profits were through the roof, and they wanted more. It's not that responsible people weren't aware of the threat of the housing bubble bursting. They yielded to the credit rating agencies who didn't want the music to stop. In the face of credible evidence that forecast a crash, those responsible to monitor the industry were the ones benefiting. Classic case of the fox watching the henhouse. Only in this case, billions of dollars were at stake. Higher education leaders are under enormous pressure to carry out the duty of care and restore public trust. In order to fulfill this role and provide strategy, direction, and policy, leaders, including boards of trustees, must be actively engaged and set in place accountability measures to ensure all actions are in accordance with a clear set of institutional priorities, risk is minimized, and the institution's mission is advanced. Perhaps no other unit on a college campus embodies all the challenges confronting college and university leaders than the intercollegiate athletics program. At most schools, the athletics program, as the most visible program on campus, serves as the university's brand vanguard. In many ways, athletics serves as a macrocosm of the institution. Issues surrounding fiduciary responsibilities, resource management, academic integrity, student welfare and outcome measurement, and the undue influence of external forces are all rampant in a college athletics program. Yet to be brutally honest, at many schools, athletics has been granted sacred cow status, and they've not been held to the standards of fiscal restraint and accountability to ensure practices are mission-centered and in line with institutional priorities. Similar to the major credit rating agencies, athletics programs have been granted freedom of movement, and despite calamitous outcomes, many in a position of leadership continue to rationalize their inaction, unwilling to expend political capital and carry out the duty of care they are entrusted to perform. Schools recognizing that sacred cows make the best burgers and are willing to hold their athletics programs to higher standards of accountability have an opportunity to make a profound statement. This monumental shift in higher education will yield winners and losers. In the new and evolving higher education economy, there are significant threats and opportunity. Which direction this goes is a question of leadership. The phenomena of first mover advantage is real for those schools who can capture the lead on the issues for which the public lacks confidence. At the root of many of the issues of college athletics are recruiting practices that allow coaches too much latitude on the types of prospects they bring into their program. eRecruitFit can provide hard, objective data to help identify those prospects who are fit to a program's culture. Our custom application of leading-edge behavioral science and predictive analytics can determine a candidate's probability of success at your institution. Our multi-measure assessment provides transparency and accountability to recruiting practices that have been allowed to go unchecked for too long and have caused significant brand damage. Much like the credit rating executives in the bursting of the housing bubble, coaches and athletic administrators have every incentive to maintain the status quo, as they are prospering under the current system. However, the absence of accountability has come at great expense to the institutions they represent. The paradox is that by embracing the practice of using valid and reliable science to project the fit of candidates into their team, eRecruitFit actually helps teams win, providing a distinct competitive advantage that can be sustained. With a student-athlete failure rate that now exceeds 50%, schools can benefit economically from targeting their resources, time and money, to those prospects who fit. Additionally, 33% of scholarship funds are spent on underclassmen who will not make it to their senior year. What would it mean to the culture of those teams if they used the insights from eRecruitFit to allocate limited scholarships and roster spots on prospects who could be developed over a 4 to 5 year period? In addition to the direct competitive and economic benefits, there's an important ancillary advantage to student-athlete welfare that can't be understated. Students that fit an environment are more likely to have better outcomes and significantly less likely to experience increased stress and anxiety that can have debilitating effects on all students, but are exacerbated in the student-athlete population, a matter the NCAA has deemed to be at a critical level. While our tool set is designed to inform decisions in the identification and selection phases of the talent management spectrum, findings from our assessment have also been helpful in the creation of individualized strategies to aid in the overall development of student-athletes once they formally commit to a program. The science and technology behind eRecruitFit has been employed by nearly 90% of Fortune 500 companies in their identification, selection, and development of talent. eRecruitFit is the only service of our kind accredited by the NCAA. Our assessments and associated reports have been tailored for the college athletics industry. Our team of psychologists, programmers, and design specialists have created a platform that is easy to implement and administer. The time investment of any single individual in order to get up and running is under 90 minutes. Our subscription rates are designed to meet the needs of the most resource-challenged programs. Overall, eRecruitFit provides tremendous value that will yield a greater return on your recruiting investment. We are poised and ready to assist your school's athletic teams, and in the process, help your institution make a strong statement regarding fiscal responsibility, academic integrity, genuine concern for student outcomes, and clearly sending a message to current and future stakeholders that the means by which excellence is pursued matters. Click on the link at the end of this video or call us directly at 513-236-3294 to arrange a time to visit with an eRecruitFit representative and discuss the onboarding of your program.